Welcome to The Cause Effect with your host, Carl Kozlowski, and his team of correspondents bringing you the world's bad news badly. And now, Carl Kozlowski.
Thank you very much, Carl. Carl is actually out on assignment this week, taking a deep look into America's health system. So we wish him the best. He'll be back with us for the next show. But no, I just spoke with him. He's rocking. So I am Dr. David Robinson, normally a panelist, but much like Underdog taking his magic pill, I am sitting in the captain's chair this week. Joining us, as always, from the left, we have what did Carl call you? The feisty feminist.
That's right.
And so much more. Ladies and gentlemen, Erica Schickel.
Well, thank you so much, Doctor. I'm here just to remind you, in the words of the great Betty Friedan, that no woman ever had an orgasm shining the kitchen floor.
Wow. Impressive.
That was just my little feminist shot over the bow.
No, I'm wondering,
anyway,
no, I'm not going there. Just thinking about the restorative powers of a Swiffer. Also,
wet jet, baby, wet jet.
Also, coming to us from the left, the black voice of reason, Mr. Time and Ship.
Power to the people. It's good to be here, and no one will be coming by to check my blackness, so it's okay.
And from the right, very glad to have him back with us. A man of many hats. I should have gotten an intro from you before. I mean, I know things to say, but what you want to say?
Writer and comedian.
There we go.
Now that I'm on my second episode, I'm going for a record of conservatives sticking around on this
Yeah,
show.
really.
Yeah, I never actually kept count, but that would be a good stat to have under notches on the belt. Yeah. But Adam Yetzer, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming back.
Thank you
guys for coming back, Adam. Yes.
Very, very good to have you. We open up as we do. In case, Dr. David Robinson, that's me, guest host, and also the guy who brings you the week we were every week. So let's take a look at what's happening in the news. We begin with breaking news. A 5.6 magnitude earthquake struck north central Oklahoma at 7:02 local time this morning. Stuff got broken. That is breaking news. Thank you.
Nice.
It was on a Muppet kick this week, and it just kind of weird ideas in the head. In other news, ISIS reported the death of their spokesman, senior leader Abu Muhammad al-Adnani, after an airstrike in Syria earlier this week. Insiders actually say al-Adnani was killed last week, but ISIS didn't say anything about it because no spokesman.
Yeah.
That's what happens. Having had her second of two miracles confirmed by the Vatican late last year, Mother Teresa will be canonized this Sunday. And considering that he had at least 5 miracles, Smokey Robinson should be a shoo-in for canonization when he dies. I got to say, the whole concept of witnessing Mother Teresa's canonization, much less enticing when you find out it doesn't mean she's going to be fired out of a cannon. Yeah. So, in case you were planning on staying glued to the TV tomorrow.
Yeah, ain't going to happen.
Yeah, get out. Get some fresh air. An offshore earthquake prompted a temporary evacuation of northern New Zealand's coastal areas, but geologists noted that it's not uncommon for quakes to take place offshore, mainly for tax purposes. Crafty. The first direct commercial flight from the U.S. since 1961 landed in Cuba earlier this week. Asked to comment, travelers said, "No, we will not bring cigars back for you." It's good to know. Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto met with Donald Trump earlier this week, figuring it was the best way to let cartel kidnappers know exactly where Trump was going to be at all times. I heard, I cracked that joke, and people were like, "Oh, you heard about that too?" And it turns out there was a conspiracy theory
People actually
that
think he was doing that.
That President Nieto, the Mexican president.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, sorry. Words aren't coming out right today. But that, he invited Trump as part of a whole kidnapping plot.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I heard some of that.
I didn't hear that.
It's
wow. That would have been such a service to us all.
But this is, I think the lesson here is that if you hadn't noticed already, the presidential campaign has reached that point where the jokes are actually things that are it's
real. Yeah.
reality has been transversed.
Yes, in many ways.
Frightening. Speaking of frightening, a lightning strike during a recent thunderstorm in Norway killed a herd of 323 reindeer. When asked how that happened, scientists answered, quickly? Closer to home, we do have a correction. VJ Day, which was celebrated yesterday, honors the end of World War II with Japan's surrender to the Allies. Just the same, my shout-out to Martha Quinn still stands. Love you, Martha. Child molester and former Subway spokesman Jared Fogle has filed a lawsuit against the parents of one of his victims, but the judge informed Fogle that his lawsuit is baseless because it's not a crime to, quote, raise a good-looking kid. It's criminal. The Supreme Court said this week that they wouldn't stay a ruling by a lower court that found North Carolina's voter suppression laws unconstitutional because they disproportionately disenfranchised black voters. Grabbing their robes and hoods, supporters of Donald Trump told North Carolina's Governor Pat McCrory, don't worry, we'll take it from here. On the campaign trail, in his immigration speech in Arizona earlier this week, Donald Trump said we should choose immigrants that are likeliest to thrive, flourish, and love us, leading many to believe he's currently looking for his next wife.
Yes.
After his trip to Mexico that same day, Hillary Clinton said that Donald Trump just failed his first foreign test. Trump's ex-wife, Czech-born Ivana Trump, disagreed, saying this definitely isn't the first foreign test that he failed. Discussing the upcoming debate, Donald Trump said he'd rather not personally attack Hillary at the debate, which is kind of like Chris Christie at a birthday party saying he'd rather not have cake. So, yeah, I believe you. Believe you there. All up in your business news, Bluebell Ice Cream announced their new flavor, Camo and Cream, this week, meaning I'm going to need to figure out a new title for the porn film I'm writing that takes place on an Army base. You know, if not for the, I don't think you can get Bluebell Ice Cream out here in California. It's a Texas thing. But, yeah, Listeria notwithstanding, because they recently had a couple bouts of that. This is like a mix of, I think it's like Rocky Road and pistachio ice cream, like blended. Oh, come on. That sounds awesome.
Sounds good. Much. No. No.
All things in moderation, including moderation.
That's right.
You know. Back to the business news. Chipotle announced plans to give away free meals to children this September, citing the large number of parents who kind of really wish they were childless. Uber poached a senior executive from Target earlier this week, shocking industry experts who said that senior execs really should be slow roasted or pan-fried. Never poached. Turning to science, a report in Time magazine says that iPads work as sedatives for children, but the doctors added that plenty of other tablets work as sedatives as well, and many of them are much easier for the kids to swallow. Try hiding an iPad in a bologna sandwich.
Right, it's difficult.
Kid's going to notice that. NASA is planning to launch an asteroid sampling mission next week, which explains the scientists I saw at Costco, not to mention the lady in a hairnet sticking toothpicks into chunks of asteroid and putting them on a tray filled with small paper cups. Scientists say making fabric using a plastic component of saran wrap could help reduce global warming and help keep wearers cool. Not only will it keep users cool, it'll also keep you fresh for up to a month and prevent spatter if we're ever nuked. Researchers at Florida State University have discovered a potential treatment for the Zika virus utilizing existing drugs, and representatives from Turing Pharmaceuticals and Mylan say they're thrilled about the discovery and can't wait to start overcharging patients for the drugs. That's what they do. Yep. The World Health Organization is urging a change in STD treatment due to antibiotic resistance. Asked if the problem is serious, doctors from the organization said, "We're not fucking around." In the world of sports, after losing his endorsement deal with Speedo, Olympic swimmer Ryan Lochte agreed to endorse a crime prevention device. When activated, the device will alert gas station owners to let them know when Ryan Lochte is within 100 feet of their bathroom. Hope Solo says she's taking the rest of the season off as goalie for the Seattle Reign, very likely so she can finally process her grief from the loss of her beloved Han Solo. He's been dead for a while. Really, it happened a long time ago. Galaxy far. Looking at entertainment, Larry the Cable Guy says a Hillary Clinton win would lead to the end of the country, which was surprising because he's not normally known for saying funny things. Okay. His
Sorry,
family's
we're
here.
all-
Chris Brown allegedly threatened a woman with a gun at 3 a.m. this past Tuesday, presumably because at that hour he was just too tired to beat her up.
yeah, this guy. Good God.
And finally, park rangers in the Santa Monica Mountains issued a statement warning hikers to be aware of tarantula mating season. Yeah, the rangers issued the statement as a response to all the hikers who've been asking, holy shit, what's with all these fucking spiders? I am Dr. David Robinson. That was the week we were where we don't make the news. We occasionally make it memorable. Possibly not this week.
I thought fucking spiders was good.
Well,
that was
thank you.
good.
Well, you know, I
There
like to
was two
close.
good- There was two good fucking jokes.
They were good, yeah. That's all you need.
But were they fucking good jokes? No,
Yeah.
just good fucking jokes. All right. Well, we continue. Before we get into the panel discussion, always a pleasure to hear from multiple Emmy nominee Will Durst, who joins us via the magic of recording technology with his burst of Durst. How you doing there, Will?
Hey guys, Will Durst here with a few choice words about the most underrated and unheralded of all American holidays, Labor Day. It slides by almost as an afterthought in a mix of resignation and dread, without a single aisle at Walgreens dedicated to its approach. One strike against Labor Day is its bookend status with Memorial Day as reversed signposts of summer. One shakes hands hello and the other waves bye-bye. As they say in Game of Thrones, winter is coming, and this time they mean it. Labor Day is the holiday spacer, without which there would be an extended blank spot and absolutely no reason to buy supermarket potato salad from the 4th of July to Halloween. To be fair, another problem is the name. Labor Day just sounds so laborious, like it's going to require exertion, which no one wants to hear from a holiday. And all women who have given birth certainly cast it a dubious glance. Perhaps we should hold a contest to rename it. Labor-less Day, Labor-free Day, Freedom from Work Day, Indolence Day, Screw the Bosses Day, one less day of living day-to-day day. And we mustn't forget the meaning of the holiday. On the first Monday of September, we get to take a whole day off to honor that tiny segment of society that actually works for a living. So it's not for everyone. Obviously, those poor unfortunates employed in the world of politics are exempt. Labor Day is a testament to all those who sweated before us fighting for our rights, and to those who will sweat after us fighting for their children's rights, and each and every one of us in between. So long live Labor Day, and long live the American worker. Enjoy your day. For the Cause Effect, I'm Will Durst.
Thank you very much, Will. Some wonderful thoughts on the holiday. And let's talk about Labor Day for a second here, just because it's this weekend.
Yeah, here we are working hard.
It is a holiday to salute the American worker, because did they just deliberately choose opposite end of the calendar from May Day?
Did some event happen?
That's
Was
like
there
the
some
communist workers' holiday.
Yeah.
Let's have a holiday for the American workers.
Yeah, I don't know. Did something happen on this day in history to make this Labor Day? I am woefully ignorant.
Anyone?
I know very little about Labor Day.
Yeah, this is one.
I mean, it's a union holiday. It's celebrating the unions. I do believe.
It is indeed.
I don't know if
making
there's
it. Adam, on the Republican spectrum,
Yeah.
where does that fall with Arbor Day?
With art,
Who gets more veneration? The trees or the workers?
or the workers?
Yeah.
I think the trees at this point.
Yeah. You can plant a tree. It's harder to create a job, I think.
I mean, especially since we're basically
Yeah.
clear-cutting workers at
Well,
this
and
point.
trees don't vote.
Labor Day is one of those holidays that I think a lot of people have no idea really what it's
Yeah.
about. So it's like the default is to go give it up for the troops.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
I'm
putting up a flag.
Anytime you don't know what
just,
day
yeah.
it is.
Well,
it's
but
just
you know
like,
what? I think
let's
that's
honor the troops.
almost a shame, and not to take anything away from the troops. You know,
Yeah.
they
No, it's a
deserve
good thing,
everything
but
and
that's
more. But I think the telethon has been off the air for what, like 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
What?
Like there is going to be like a whole generation that grows up without associating Labor Day with either children with multiple sclerosis or Jerry Lewis.
Right.
Telethons in general have started to go.
They're done.
You know,
And
it's,
everybody
I
hates,
think
and a lot of
sleep-
people hate Jerry Lewis.
Well, yeah, that's yeah.
Hey, Labor Day.